Hey everyone, what's up? Andy here with my cancer journey. Glad to be getting back to my journey and hopefully giving someone, hopefully someone can take something from what I went through, and I'm gonna, obviously this will lead on to other stuff, but today's about my second lot of chemotherapy. Had to start it in Scotland. After my brain surgery came out, I had a few complications. You know about that in previous videos. Then, yeah, had to start my chemo in Scotland, but I had to come down here to finish my chemo with the specialist that I'd already had my previous lot with. Felt they knew more down here. So I had this week of chemo, and I went in, they plugged me in, and I'm like looking around, and there's people sat up and stuff, all thinking, okay, all right. And then 20 minutes later, I'm cuddled up in a fetal position, trying to go to sleep because I felt so rough. It was that quick. It was so quick, and it was worse than what I'd ever felt before. And that was 20 minutes into it. I'm pretty sure I just lay in a fetal position for a week. I can remember getting up and going to the toilet a few times, but sickness, it sort of kicked in, and my tinnitus got worse, this horrible feeling in my head. Unbelievable. And when I came out, I had 4 days, because I had to have 7 days in, then 4 days out, and 7 days in for 6 months. So yeah, but when I came out of hospital after the first week, I can remember my mum ran me a bath because she was staying up in Scotland and she was looking after me. I needed looking after. My mum ran me a bath and said, why don't you get in it? And I just lost it. I lost it, and I said to my mum, this is horrible. I said to my mum, I wanted her to phone the hospital and get someone to come out and give me an injection to put me to sleep, because there was no way that I could do 6 months of it. I was like, I've done a week and I can't cope with that. But thank God my mum got a nurse on the phone from the hospital, and I spoke to her and I felt a bit better. And yeah, it was trying to get my strength up for the journey back to Devon from Scotland. 12-hour car journey. Feeling really, really sick. I had to get in the car with a sick bowl. My doctor said, just double up on your medication. So I did that, and to be honest, it did help. I felt quite sedated on the way down. It was a horrible journey, and it was straight to the hospital to go in and have my chemo. So it wasn't like it was get back to my mum's house and go to bed and have a lie down. It was pretty horrible. I got to Exeter, and it was all, no, it wasn't. I was back on the same ward, Yo ward at Exeter Hospital, and there wasn't really anyone. I got put in a room on my own, which I didn't actually mind too much, because I didn't have to see all these other people on the wards that were really, really, really like knocking on death's door. It was a lot better than the first time, because the first time I had to watch all these people, like beds emptying all around me, all old people. I wasn't allowed on the youth ward because I was 21, so I was an adult, so I had to go onto the adult ward, and youngest person there. It was horrible, but got back onto that ward and started my chemo again, and that was 6 months. And I had to go in, and yeah, it was every 7 days I got 4 days off. So I'd come back to my mum's, stay at my mum's, and I'd have 4 days at my mum's house to recover, then go back. And Yeah, I can remember saying all sorts of things like, oh, I can't go today, we'll go tomorrow, making it. Yeah, that doesn't work. You go in. I I can remember my friend giving me a lift once. This is just random, and I can remember sort of getting near to Exeter, and then I must have passed out or fallen asleep in the car, and then he woke me up at the hospital, and I had to get out. Like, cheers, mate. It kicked me all over the place. It just destroyed me. But I wasn't prepared for it. I had no idea of what I was gonna be facing. And instead of asking questions, I joked and didn't bother, didn't engage with stuff. Well, there wasn't much there 12 years ago, but there was stuff that I could have engaged with that I didn't, because it felt like if I engaged with it, it was accepting that I might die. I think that's what it all came down to. And I just realised that talking to you now, that doing these videos helped me, as well as hopefully help some of you. So yeah, when I went to the hospital, I can remember they were trying to put the cannula in, and they put it in your hand here, and the chemo was so aggressive. After a few weeks of the chemotherapy, my veins all started collapsing, so they put this thing called a PICC line, which it's a line that, well, they did it on this side first of all, when it goes in there, and it goes all the way up. It's a big tube about that long, and it's in your arm, and it stays there for up to 3 months. So I didn't have to keep getting these holes put in my hand, and the vein collapsing, and another one collapsing, and another one collapsing. They could just attach me straight to this thing. So it was a lot easier. But unfortunately, I got a blood clot in that arm. I woke up one day and I thought that I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought that I dislocated my shoulder. But it was a blood clot where the PICC line was. And they had to, well, they told me that we went into the hospital. I'd just come out of hospital after 7 days of chemo, and my 4 days of not being in hospital meant a lot to me. And they wanted me to stay in over a weekend after I just got out. And I was like, oh, I may as well I'll be staying in for 2 weeks then. No, I'm going home. So I discharged myself with a blood clot, walked out of there like this, you know what I mean, holding my arm. I said I won't move. I was like, if I'm gonna die, I'd rather die in my bed than in a hospital bed. And that must have been horrible for my mum to have to go through, driving me home with that fear that at any second that blood clot could move and go to my heart or my brain and kill me. But to me, I felt borderline dead anyway from the chemo. It just destroyed me. I think I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to ramble on. I want to sort of break this up a bit, so bear with me. I'm going to try and do a few videos a week for now. Get this chemotherapy story out of the way, and then I want to try and sort of brighten the mood a bit. And I don't know, I've been posting videos that are helping me stay motivated at this time where it is pretty crazy times and scary as well, especially for cancer patients and poorly people around the world. It's very scary because you're vulnerable, but at the same time, you've got to stay strong, stay positive, and I'm finding keeping a routine is key. Keeping that routine, because things will get back to normal someday, and when they do, if you've not got a routine, you're going to be lost again. So I'm keeping my routine and keeping myself busy. That's all we can do. Making these videos for you. I hope this has helped. I'd like to just say that my prayers are with every one of you right now. Everyone, sick or well. I really, really want you all to know that you mean a lot to me, and I hope that this helps. Just hearing my story might help someone. I don't know. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, like, subscribe, share if you think it's good and you know someone that it might help, or just share it anyway. I need to get some views up. It says that like most of the people that are watching aren't subscribed. If you could subscribe, it would mean so much to me. And just do the notifications bell as well. Yeah. I'll speak to you all soon. God bless, and stay strong, yeah? Keep that fight going. Love you all. Bye.